Thanks so much for joining us for another edition of our Open Mic program. We have Dennis Cavanaugh back with us with the National Weather Service. And Dennis, we have an ice storm warning for pretty much most of the KFFB listening area. But if you're not in that ice storm warning, you're in a winter weather advisory. Old Man Winter is here. Give us an update.
Yeah, certainly. So we haven't had much of a winter so far, of course. And in your listening area, you've had more winter than we've had in central Arkansas. So at least you've had a taste of it already with some light snow. But this one looks like it's going to be a lot different. We've got an ice storm warning in effect. That's pretty much in effect from tonight. That's going to be through much of the day on Thursday. And we're looking at ice accumulation totals of throughout your listening area. From Mountain View in southeast, we're talking about ice amounts of a quarter to maybe a half an inch. From Mountain View to Hardy in areas northwest, we're talking about more of a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch of ice. Either way, it's bad stuff. It's not easy to drive on, and it's certainly going to create some headaches over the next 24 to 36 hours here.
That's one thing we always talk about. Significant amounts of ice accumulation make travel dangerous or impossible, and travel is discouraged for those going in the north of that line. It's basically Cleveland, Independence, Faulkner, Izard, Jackson, Lawrence, Lone Oak, Pulaski, Sharpstone, Van Buren, White, and Woodruff. But there's some counties not under it, which is really amazing. The winter weather advisory means freezing rain or making travel difficulty. That's Conway, Baxter, Boone, Fulton, Marion, Newton, Pope, and Searcy. But it really is all about the temperature. Isn't that right, Dennis?
It is, yeah. So, at some point today, it's going to start raining, and with those temperatures below freezing, as soon as that rain hits the ground, it's going to turn into ice. And I think that's the deceptive thing about freezing rain and ice is that the precipitation that falls on you is rain. So if you went outside, it would simply be raining on you. It wouldn't be icing on you. It would just be raining. It's just the surface temperatures, the road temperatures, the temperatures of tree limbs, benches, things like that, anything off the ground. That's above freezing. So as soon as that cold rain hits the freezing surface, that's when it turns into ice. So it's a really strange thing. If you go outside, it's just raining on you. It's miserable. It's really cold. But that water doesn't freeze until it hits something. And so that's how we get freezing rain and ice and not sleet and snow out of the situation.
Now let's talk about this Arctic blast that's coming this weekend. We're looking at single-digit temperatures for the overnight. What's all about this?
Yeah, so even during this ice storm tonight through Thursday, I mean, the temperatures in north central Arkansas, the temperatures aren't going to get above freezing at all. You're below freezing right now, and it's not going to change today or tomorrow. So you're going to remain below freezing, over the next 24 hours, certainly. Friday, we might see temperatures warm up to just about or maybe just below freezing, 31, 32 degrees. And then that's going to be your warmest temperatures until next Wednesday. I mean, what we're looking at is a truly unusual Arctic blast of air. The worst of it is going to be this weekend into Monday morning. We've got Sunday morning temperatures into the single digits, near 0 degrees Fahrenheit through much of north central Arkansas. As you get towards central Arkansas, we have low temperatures in the single digits to about 10 degrees. Same thing Monday morning, single-digit temperatures across much of northern Arkansas, single digits to right around 10 degrees in northern Arkansas, and lower teens all the way to the Louisiana border. It's just not something we see very often in Arkansas. Any ice that's still there, it's going to freeze and freeze big time. If you want to get rid of the ice, you're going to have to do it on Friday because most commonly we treat ice with salt. And that works, but even salt water freezes at 27 degrees Fahrenheit. So when the temperatures fall below that, if we're in the teens, salt isn't going to do anything. It's not going to do anything to the ice at all. There's no melting of the ice below 27 degrees Fahrenheit, so you'd have to use something else. That's going to be a challenge to treat roads. If the roads can't be de-iced by Friday, they're probably going to stay that way until next Wednesday. So we're really hoping folks don't lose power throughout this. It's a possibility, but if they do, you might have to prepare to live in some really cold weather for up to a week here. It's really an unprecedented blast of cold air that we're going to get here across Arkansas.
Well, that's for sure. Well, they can stay tuned with us. We'll keep them posted on what's going on here for sure. And also, we need to mention, we just can kind of watch and watch the temperature for sure.
Absolutely. And, your listeners always tune into KFFB. Bob does an amazing job keeping up with the latest weather conditions. We love partnering with KFFB and Bob. He's a great source for your weather information. He's always going to let you know what's going on.
Well, I appreciate it, Dennis. We've been talking with Dennis with the National Weather Service here on KFFB's Open Mic.